بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي امري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. I welcome you all, those who are here physically presented in the class and those who will watch me live. Today, when it comes to the class, today we are going to discuss the differences of English pronunciation or style or accent when it comes to British accent and American accent. So first of all, I will talk about that particular kind or that particular thing which is common in both the accents. Either if that is American, if that is British, that is Australian or even Canadian. That is the first point, which is called aspiration. And then secondly, I'm going to talk about those traits or those differences which are quite clear in American accent and in British accent. For those who don't know about the timing of the class, it's 2:30 p.m. Those who want to join the class, if they want to join it live or if they want to come here and join the class physically. So first of all, talking about aspiration, as it is mentioned here, American and British style English differences. The first thing which we have, which is common in all the accents, that is aspiration. And what is actually aspiration? When we use the word aspiration, aspiration means the release of air in pronouncing sounds like ka, pa, and ta. When you look at C or ka, is the same sound, K, ka sound, because we know that when we the C is followed by I, E or Y, the sound is S. Otherwise, it's going to be ka sound. So C, also we take it in the category of ka sound. Then we are having the K sound. Then we have the P, and then we have the T. The problem which we have actually in pronunciation, whenever we pronounce these words, we pronounce them without aspiration, without the release of air. When it comes to the pronunciation, in reality, if you follow the American accent or British accent, what you have to do is that you have to pronounce these words with a bit of release of air from your mouth. I'll practically present that as well. But here we are having some kind of examples. I have taken those examples from the words starting from C, K, P, and T. And in phonetics and phonology, we pronounce it as ka, pa, and ta. Normally, when we look at the words here, like if I use C-A-T, so normally in Pakistani accent, how we pronounce it as cat. The C-U-T sound as we normally use is as cut. And C-U-T, that will be cute. I'm holding a tissue paper here in my hands. And if I just bring it in front of my mouth, if I say cat, cut, cute. So there is no vibration or there is no movement in this tissue paper. The real pronunciation, if you want to follow or if you want to pronounce in that way, in real pronunciation, if I hold this tissue in front of my mouth, it will move. So if I say it according to the pronunciation or the rules which is there in the aspiration, then normally cat, cut, cute. There is no movement. But if I say it according to this, that's going to be cat, cut, cute. So you can see the movement. The release of the air, you should feel that when you are pronouncing these words. The same thing. If I come or if I just pronounce them according to the Pakistani accent, king, we say in that way, kick, and kitten. This is the way. So again, holding the tissue paper, if I say king, and if I use another word, kick or kitten, you can see there is no movement except for I'm breathing and this is moving in my hands. There is no movement. But if I say it according to the set pattern, the rules, then it's going to be in a different way. It's going to be king, kick, kitten. So you can see the movement. Especially, as I said, pa, ka, and ta sound. So when I'm using the ka sound, here I'm using it 2 times, and here I'm also using it 2 times. So the movement will be 2 times. Then, the word in Pakistani accent, If I say it in Pakistani accent, then I'm going to say it as pen. Okay. Then I'm going to use it as pin and post. So if I am holding the tissue paper in front of my mouth, how I'm going to pronounce them? This will be, the Pakistani accent will be like pen, pin. Okay. Just make it clear. Pen, pin, and another word, post. But the way which you should pronounce, actually, if you want to follow the American or the British way of pronunciation, that should be what? It will be pin, pen, and the other word which I have written, post. Post. 2 times. Then the last word, the same thing. You can follow if you want to know like how, if you are pronouncing according to the correct way as pa, ta, ka sound, if I just pronounce these words singly, like for example, pa, ta, ka, there is no movement. But if I say ka, pa, ta, so there is a movement. So according to that, you have to pronounce it. If you want to follow the British and American accent, it will be in this way. So instead of saying, like in Pakistani accent, we say time, tiger, and we say talk. This is the way. But when the British pronounce it, they say as time, tiger, and talk. So time, tiger, and talk. 2 times. Ta, ta, and ka sound. When it comes to the American way of pronunciation, it's almost the same as they'll say, but British will say cat. The ta is little bit dim, but Americans say cat. Cut, the same thing. Cute. King, kick, kitten, the same way. Pen, pin, and post. Time, tiger. Here is a bit difference. When we use the word talk, British say talk. Americans say talk. Other differences like why they say talk, not talk, or some other differences we will be having in these sentences, that why it's different, this is another topic. We'll discuss that later. But today, the basic difference which we feel or which we can find, that will be in the use of r or r sound. The use of r in American and British accent. So I have just written a little bit description of that. In British English, r or r is not pronounced after a vowel sound. And you know vowel sound, we have already described vowel sound, that is A, E, I, O, U. So when we have these vowel sounds, and especially at the end of the word, when the r sound will be at the end of the word after a vowel sound, they are mostly not pronounced. But in American accent, as I have written, while in American accent r is pronounced openly and clearly, and sometimes it is referred as sweet r. How sweet r? As we have in Arabic, we are having some kind of different pronunciation in words. Like when we compare Urdu and Arabic, the same is the difference or the case between the American English and the British English. I have written a few examples here, like car, far, for, if I say it in Pakistani accent, because I'm comparing the Pakistani accent, the American and the British as well. So this will be car, far, for, and fair, there, as we say it, and water, power, pour, fire, and church. So this is normal. If I compare the American and the Pakistani accent when it comes to the use of r or r, they are almost the same. But when it comes to British accent, the things are quite different. As I said, as I mentioned earlier, that when you have the r sound in the end of the word, that is not pronounced. Like normally in Pakistani accent, car. But Britisher use it as car. The sound will be ka. R or the R sound, that is neglected, that is omitted. Far, as we say normal in Pakistani accent, they say far. Not far, far. Then we say for, but in British accent, for. 1, 2, 3, 4, as we say, F-O-U-R, for. Again, they will say for. 1, 2, 3, 4. We say fair. But in British accent, fair. That is fair. A bit longer in the end, fair. Then we say dear. British say there. There. The sound. The TH pronounced as there. And again, this one as there. There and there. A bit longer. The last one will be a bit longer. There and there. Britisher pronounces as water. We say water. British as water. We say power. But they pronounce as power. And then the word P-O-O-R, we say poor. British say paw. So the sound is paw. Then P-O-U-R, pouring like liquid. Again, it will be paw. Sorry, this will be poor. Poor. And this one will be paw. Then we say fire. They say fire. The word we say church, they say church. So the R sound, that is omitted. But when it comes to the American accent or American pronunciation, the R sound is quite clear. Like you can feel a kind of vibration on your tongue when you first practice that. Like car in British accent, American, car, R sound, car. Far, for, fair, R sound, fair, there, and there, R, there. Then again, American, as I said, Pakistani accent, we say water, British say water. Water. We say power in British accent, American power. Power. And then poor and pour. Sound is there. Fire and church. So this is the way they pronounce. Then coming on to certain sentences. Normal accent in Pakistani accent, can I park my car there? A Britisher will speak it as, can I park my car there? Can I park my car there? Because we are mixing the two, the aspiration and the R sound as well. So can I park? The R is not pronounced. My car there. American will say, can I park my car there? Can I park my car there? A sentence, if I say it in a bit speedy way in British accent, Pakistani will say, could you bring me a glass of water so I could take my pills on time and feel better? A Britisher, could you bring me a glass of water so I can take my pills on time and feel better? If I go slowly, could you bring me a glass of water so I could take my pills on time and feel better? American will speak it in a bit different way. They'll say, could you bring me a glass of water so I can take my pills? British will say pills. American, pills. L sound. This is a different topic, like why, differences. This will be some other day, some other session. But I could take my pills on time and feel better. They'll say better. And how better or better, why the da sound is there, that's for a different day, for a different topic. That is going to be a different topic. Then, one more which we have here, like we say, are you there? We are looking for you everywhere, in Pakistani accent. British will say, are you there? Are you there? We were looking for you. We were looking for you everywhere. Everywhere. Americans will say, are you there? Are you there? We were looking for you everywhere. Everywhere. The R sound is there. And then the last sentence, she got a bottle of water for her daughter. Maybe you have heard this sentence on Instagram as well. So, a British will say, she got a bottle of water for her daughter. She got a bottle of water for her daughter. American will pronounce it in a bit different way. She will say, they will say, like, she got a bottle of water for her daughter. She got a bottle of water for her daughter. British will say daughter. American, daughter. So this is the basic differences which we discussed about. The first one, aspiration, as I said, this is going to be common. The pa, ta, ka sound, the release of the air, it is going to be common. But the ra sound, that is the first and the main difference which we have in British and American accent. For another class, inshallah, we'll talk about the use of ta and da. As I said, bottle and bottle, daughter and daughter, why? Or the sound like the L or the la sound. We will describe that, inshallah, in some other class. So for today, again, I will repeat myself that those who want to come physically to the class, it will be 2:30 p.m. And also those who want to join the class online, we will describe days, like which days we are having live class or live session. So this was for today. Any kind of question? And for live session, signing off, thank you so much.